Carmelo Anthony may be the one charged with murder, but his family's behavior in the aftermath is raising just as many eyebrows. From alleged harassment of the victim's family, to Facebook posts mocking Austin Metcalf's death, to playing the race card in court and social media, this story has taken a sinister turn. Are they trying to rewrite the narrative before the trial even begins? Or is there something deeper behind the Anthony family's actions? In this video, we break down the digital breadcrumbs, the public statements, and the shocking online activity that's making people say, maybe the apple didn't fall far from the tree.
New Age plug, you did it again. Tonight, y'all got a pissed off plug. Let's get into the facts. First things first, Carmelo Anthony's father, Andrew Anthony, has a warrant for his arrest out in Louisiana. I don't know how no one caught this. No one even looked up Carmelo's dad to look at his charges. Let's get into the fact of how he groomed Carmelo Anthony into doing this crime. Because he has theft, battery, and he has a warrant out in Louisiana for some traffic tickets or something since 2013. He's just showing his sons an example of like going on the run and not going and handling your business. Go sit down for a minute. Go handle your business, Andrew, you POS. So the theft charge is interesting because there was early speculation early on in the case that Carmelo Anthony was going through backpacks underneath the tents. Now, this didn't come out to be confirmed, but after getting the information from his father, this might be a like father, like son situation. Now, that AI audio of Charles White, they have not confirmed that it's real or fake. So these people that are coming out saying this and that are actually lying to you, because Charles White has been ghost since that audio came out. He has been going at Tia Kemp. Tia Kemp most likely is the one that dropped this audio because it came out the same day she dropped other audio. People put two and two together. Now, people are getting so upset about this AI audio. I really don't care either way because it's almost impossible to beat Charles White, and if you got to play these tactics against him to get out of character, to make a move, then so be it. But we're all supposed to be on the same team, and now things have just switched up. Because I'm starting to look into people's real motives and why they're sitting here and why are they covering this, because this is all now getting kind of strange to me. And what it did is show people's true colors on how much they actually hate our platform. Now on X, buried in X, these right-wing channels believe that Miss Sarah Fields is an agent of chaos that's actually working for the left and trying to do the same thing Charles White's doing in a way, and that is dilute the jury pool, right? Now they made this pension of Miss Sarah Fields, and it's kind of disturbing of what's going on here. Now, back in 2012, Miss Sarah Fields got arrested for child abandonment with the intent of return, which I'm glad it says that she was going to return because holy crap, this is a crazy charge on paper. Being a parent and looking at this, it's like, what could it be? Now, the street side of me is like, man, I remember a lot of people that would have guns out and their house get raided. They would get child endangerment if they had their gun out on the table, right? Which that's a crazy charge too on paper, but I'm trying to think of what this could have been, and it could have been living a lifestyle that was not what she's living now, and having a child, and maybe going and doing something, leaving the child in the car or leaving the child in the house, but she had the intent of coming back, and that's what I'd look at this a little bit different. Now, this pension was made, I think, a month ago or something like that from this dude by the name of Chris Matter. No clue who this is. This obviously won't cancel Sarah, but when it comes to the YouTube streets, we're going to cover both sides of the case and make sure the facts are out there. Just like that Charleston White audio that came out right when Tia Kemp leaked this number in audio, by the way, which people are still saying is fake. In my opinion, it doesn't sound fake to me. And in my opinion, and then the facts is they can't confirm that it is fake. So YouTubers, people on X, they're lying to you when they say it's been confirmed. Technically, it hasn't been confirmed, but again, I thought we're all supposed to be on the same side. Since you content creators needed the YouTube streets to enter the chat and help you with some content and go find somebody that's actually talking about it so you can react to it, let's start with this. So let me push the envelope forward so you could go and make a video about this too. But this is Adam22 Whack 100. So Whack 100 I know personally. I went on a live stream with him a couple days ago, and basically we had the conversation of Carmelo and Austin Metcalf. Now, he takes the conversation to No Jumper. Now, this dude right here, Adam22, says the unthinkable about Jeff Metcalf. Very, very disturbing. And I will say, at first, Adam22 has a good argument, and it seems like he knows the case, but then it gets very weird.
See his thing about the situation going on with the unaliving of the white kid and the teenager dude?
So now that we're talking about Karmelo Anthony.
Yeah.
So basically, like, he raised a shitload of money from people who were basically saying that he was the victim in this situation. I think it was over $500,000. And then after that, he ended up getting charged with murder. And apparently, like, from everything I've heard, there's basically no defense. He sounds like he's guilty. I guess he's
Negative.
17. He's going down.
Negative.
You don't think so?
Negative. Because you over there,
Charleston,
we ain't doing that.
Charleston like wished jail upon him, and now is saying that he takes it back, even though now is when we have enough information to say pretty conclusively that this kid deserves to be locked up.
First of all, the two brothers is bullies. They knew jujitsu.
But they didn't do anything to him.
Don't matter, because he didn't allow them to do it. See, the days of us...
because he pulled out a knife and fucking killed him.
Here goes the problem.
He killed him.
The days of the black man allowing the white man to do something, and then we accept it, or you do something.
The white
and
man
then
didn't do
react.
anything. As
Yes,
far as we
did.
know, he didn't do anything.
Okay.
He said, get the fuck out of my tent.
No, that's not their tent.
Well, either way, you're not allowed to kill someone because they tell you to get out of the tent.
Okay, so why would two brothers, big dudes, ball players, walk up on this young black kid?
To tell him get out of the tent. From what I
Bully, right?
understand.
That's a bully move, right?
No, it's just get the fuck out of my
But
tent.
why?
That's not bullying.
But why?
Maybe they didn't want him in the tent. What would
They
you do if
didn't-
some random guy tried to come into your tent?
But it wasn't their tent.
Well, they were occupying the tent. I
No,
guess,
they
at this
wasn't.
time.
If they were occupying it, they would have already been there when he came.
You want to bet that this guy's going to get off?
No, I think he's gonna get off.
You really think so?
They just put the paperwork out where they was they bullied some chick, some girl. Pull that up. I just got the content about a couple hours ago. So what I'm saying is, so y'all saying he should have just let the two white kids punk him and just get out the tent.
Well, I think that would have been a better option than killing one of them. See, like, you're trying to turn it into something that we do not have any reason
I'm
to
gonna
believe
tell
that
you
it
why.
is.
When you're taught at home that some people are lesser, when you're taught at home that you're more dominant than other people, then you practice that.
Did you see what a fruitcake their fucking dad was? The dad was forgiving the kid for killing him right away. The dad was on some hardcore leftist cuck shit.
No, the dad beats
Those
the
kids
mom.
were going to school or raised in an environment in which black people could do no wrong, from what I've seen from the dad.
The dad used to beat their mama ass, so let's stop acting like the dad is innocent.
What does that have to do with anything?
I'm just saying, he's a mama asser beater. That's what they got to do with it. Stop acting like
Maybe
this dude
so.
was
I'm not
some
saying
soft,
he's a saint. I'm saying
some soft dude.
I actually think he's a pussy, and his perspective was fucked because he basically like forgave the kid for killing his own son right away. Like, grow a fucking pair, buddy.
So what are you supposed to do, hate the kid?
Yeah, at least for a little while.
Okay, so if it's okay for y'all to hate, why it ain't okay for us to hate?
No, it's okay to hate. You just can't kill.
Brother.
And it's especially acceptable to hate the kid who killed your son.
Now, this video was took that day of the crime, right? And as y'all can see, there's other tents Karmelo could have been under. And I don't know what they would have said or how that would have went down. But what if a woman approached him? Would he done the same thing? I have a lot of questions. This is premeditated in my opinion. Now, the legendary Judge Joe Brown gives his opinion on this. And it's a little bit controversial.
The way the defense might lay this out is, okay, he comes into the tent, he finds his property being taken, he gets it back, and they try to take it again from him. That's a robbery. In other words, the taking of the property of another by use of force or violence. He resisted the robbery, which is a felony, and that would morph the whole thing to killing into a felony murder situation. If you have a felony murder thing, the people who implemented the underlying felony become responsible for the consequences. For instance, if there is a proprietor, a manager, or an employee in a liquor store, and some people come in to hold up the liquor store, and there's a shootout, and one of the bullets fired by the proprietor, the manager, or an employee miscarries and kills an innocent person on the sidewalk. Well, under the felony murder thing, the employee, manager, or whatever is not charged with the homicide. The people who are charged with the homicide are the ones that started the robbery. So in this case, you have a party that starts a robbery. 2, allegedly, you have a killing that results by the would-be victim of the robbery. So what happens is, under the felony murder theory, the person that's charged with the homicide and the robbery is the survivor. In this case, one of the would-be, should-be co-defendants to the robbery, if that's the way the case is cast. The whole thing about the $1 million bond is absolutely ridiculous because under the Fifth Amendment, bonds shall be reasonable, and reasonable has been interpreted for the last 230 years by the U.S. Supreme Court and most appellate courts as meaning simply enough to ensure that a person shows up until the charges are disposed of. No more, no less, but there's a trend that the liberal side has set up to punish people who are charged. And under American law, you're presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. An indictment or a charge is presumed under American law to be an accusation only and a mistaken one. So there you go. What you have is a DA's office that seems to have relied upon some political pressure so that the elected DA is returned to his job, his stable job, which in today's market, when it comes to lawyers, is a rare thing because few lawyers actually can earn a decent living when they practice law. Some do because they work for large firms, and large firms act on volume and reputation even if they don't deliver a damn thing. So
this one's gonna be kind of light touchy, but fuck it. Yeah. Brought my knife to school for protection. I didn't think I get kicked out of this section. Touch me, see what happens, he didn't get the message. I made bail, thank God, it's a blessing. I know these dudes ain't here for me, they wanna win the election. Get that money fronted just to put me in the Western. Yo, God set these bullies on earth to get me tested. I practice every day, you could say I manifested. I hit him in the chest, in seconds I'm arrested. My chest hurts too, yeah, remorse starts to set in. He's gone too, rigor mortis starts to set in. I guess it's my vice, my Lord, not the set I'm in. I brought my brother to school for protection. I didn't think my last breath would be next to him. He's on the wrong team, sitting in my section. I touched him, I didn't think about a weapon. My chest out, didn't think I'd get my chest hit. The best out, yeah, they really took the best kid. I'm on the bleachers laying out. I look my brother in the eyes one last time. Yo, Austin's out. Ooh, and it feels like I'm living in a dream. Ooh, yeah. Still hear his brother scream. Ooh, yeah. Man, it feels like I'm living in a dream. Ooh, yeah. I can still hear his brother scream. R.I.P. to Awesome Metcalf. Shout out to Jeff, it seems like a good day. Fuck Jake Lang and that racist shit. Fuck Dominique, he can eat a dick. Fuck Jake Lang and that racist shit. Fuck Dominique, he can eat a dick. R.P. Awesome Metcalf.